A silent yet widespread nutritional deficiency is affecting millions around the world, often without their knowledge. Iodine, a trace element essential for thyroid function, brain development, and overall metabolic health, remains overlooked despite its critical role in human biology. The consequences of inadequate iodine intake range from thyroid disorders to cognitive impairments, and emerging research suggests its influence may extend even further into conditions such as cancer. For centuries, natural medicine and traditional dietary practices provided humans with sufficient iodine. However, modern agricultural methods, dietary shifts, and food processing techniques have disrupted this balance, leading to an increasing prevalence of iodine deficiency, even in developed nations. The impact of this deficiency is particularly concerning in vulnerable populations, such as pregnant women, infants, and those living in regions naturally depleted of iodine-rich sources. Iodine is a key component of thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolism, energy production, and overall growth. The thyroid gland, located in the neck, absorbs iodine from the bloodstream to produce these hormones, ensuring the body's physiological functions remain in balance. When the body lacks iodine, the thyroid struggles to produce sufficient hormones, leading to a condition known as hypothyroidism. Symptoms of this condition include fatigue, weight gain, depression, cold sensitivity, and sluggish cognitive function. One of the most well-documented consequences of iodine deficiency is the development of goiter, an abnormal enlargement of the thyroid gland. Historically, this condition was widespread in inland and mountainous regions where iodine was scarce in the soil and, consequently, in locally grown food. In response to this issue, many governments introduced iodized salt programs to provide a reliable source of iodine to the population. While this initiative significantly reduced the prevalence of goiter in many parts of the world, it did not completely eliminate the problem. The significance of iodine extends beyond the thyroid, playing an essential role in fetal development. Pregnant women require higher amounts of iodine to support the neurological growth of the fetus. Even a mild deficiency during pregnancy has been linked to lower IQ levels in children, reduced cognitive abilities, and an increased risk of developmental disorders. While severe iodine deficiency can lead to a condition historically referred to as cretinism, modern research suggests that even subclinical deficiencies can result in subtle but measurable reductions in cognitive function. In parts of the world where iodine-rich foods are not a staple, iodine deficiency remains a persistent public health concern. Coastal populations have traditionally enjoyed diets rich in iodine due to the consumption of seafood, seaweed, and shellfish, all of which are natural sources of this vital mineral. In contrast, those living far from the sea, particularly in landlocked and mountainous areas, have historically been more prone to iodine deficiency unless their diets included foods fortified with iodine. The body's ability to absorb iodine is also influenced by the presence of other elements within the same halogen group on the periodic table. Fluoride, chlorine, and bromine, which are commonly found in drinking water, baked goods, and flame retardants, can compete with iodine for absorption in the body. This competition can further exacerbate iodine deficiency, making it even more challenging for people to obtain the necessary levels through diet alone. With the growing popularity of unrefined sea salts and Himalayan salts, which do not contain added iodine, there are concerns that some individuals may be unknowingly increasing their risk of deficiency. While these natural salts offer trace minerals and unique flavor profiles, they lack the iodine content that traditional iodized table salt provides. The shift away from processed foods, which often contain iodized salt, toward whole, minimally processed foods is generally beneficial for health, but it also places greater responsibility on individuals to ensure they are consuming sufficient iodine from other sources. Emerging evidence suggests that iodine's influence may extend beyond thyroid function and neurological development. There is growing interest in the potential relationship between iodine and breast health. Research has indicated that iodine plays a role in maintaining healthy breast tissue, and some studies have suggested that iodine deficiency may be linked to an increased risk of certain types of breast cancer. Breast tissue contains a high concentration of iodine receptors, and iodine is believed to help regulate estrogen metabolism, reducing the risk of estrogen-dominant conditions. In parts of the world where diets are naturally high in iodine, lower rates of breast cancer have been observed. Some researchers propose that adequate iodine intake may offer a protective effect, though more studies are needed to establish a definitive link. Despite this, iodine supplementation has been explored as a complementary approach in some integrative medicine practices, particularly for individuals experiencing fibrocystic breast changes. The complexity of iodine's role in human health highlights the need for a more nuanced approach to addressing deficiency. While the recommended daily intake of iodine for adults is generally set at 150 micrograms, some researchers and health practitioners argue that this amount is based on outdated guidelines designed solely to prevent goiter rather than to optimize overall health. Historical evidence suggests that some populations naturally consumed much higher amounts of iodine without adverse effects, raising questions about whether current recommendations are too conservative. Concerns over iodine excess have led to caution in supplementation, as extremely high doses can lead to thyroid dysfunction in susceptible individuals. Both iodine deficiency and excessive iodine intake can disrupt thyroid hormone production, underscoring the importance of achieving an appropriate balance. Those considering iodine supplementation should be aware of their individual needs, pre-existing health conditions, and dietary sources of iodine to avoid unintended consequences. The modern food supply presents unique challenges in maintaining adequate iodine levels. Agricultural soils in many parts of the world have become increasingly depleted of iodine due to intensive farming practices, reducing the iodine content of crops. Additionally, changing dietary habits have led many individuals to consume fewer iodine-rich foods. In some cases, individuals may believe they are getting enough iodine when, in reality, their intake is insufficient to support optimal thyroid function and overall health. Public health initiatives have attempted to mitigate iodine deficiency through fortification programs, yet gaps remain. Many individuals who follow specialized diets, such as plant-based or low-sodium diets, may not be consuming sufficient iodine unless they actively seek out alternative sources. The shift toward organic and natural food products, while beneficial in many respects, has also led some consumers to avoid iodized salt, inadvertently increasing their risk of deficiency. In addressing this widespread yet preventable issue, education plays a critical role. Increased awareness of the importance of iodine, along with a better understanding of its dietary sources, can help individuals make informed choices about their nutrition. Those at higher risk, including pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and individuals living in iodine-deficient regions, may need to be particularly mindful of their iodine intake. Despite the scientific advancements in nutrition, some of the best sources of iodine remain those that have been consumed by traditional cultures for centuries. Seaweed, particularly varieties such as kelp, nori, and wakame, offers one of the richest natural sources of iodine. Fish and shellfish, including cod, shrimp, and tuna, also provide significant amounts. Dairy products and eggs contribute to iodine intake in many diets, though the levels vary based on farming practices and animal feed. As global populations continue to shift away from traditional diets and rely more on processed foods or restrictive eating patterns, ensuring adequate iodine intake requires greater attention. The re-emergence of iodine deficiency in some parts of the world serves as a reminder that even essential nutrients can be neglected in modern diets. Addressing this issue may require a return to ancestral dietary wisdom, combined with modern scientific understanding, to ensure that iodine's vital role in health is not forgotten. The conversation surrounding iodine is not merely a historical footnote but an ongoing discussion with real implications for public health. As new research continues to explore the broader effects of iodine on the body, it becomes increasingly clear that this trace mineral deserves greater recognition in discussions about optimal nutrition and disease prevention. Whether through dietary choices, supplementation, or public health initiatives, maintaining adequate iodine levels should remain a priority in the pursuit of long-term health and well-being. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Iodine is a small mineral with a big impact on health, and raising awareness can help more people avoid the risks of deficiency. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you getting enough iodine in your diet? Thanks for watching.